Hey guys, this is Dan with Gears and Gadgets. Thanks for tuning in. So today, I'm half excited and half annoyed. I say this because Harley-Davidson announced today the specs for the new Revolution motor, which is going to be in the Pan America and the Bronx. And it's big news. It's awesome. I just came off the tail of this content with the Indian Challenger, and yeah, the Challenger is huge. I think engineering-wise, it's leaps and bounds above what Harley is doing for touring bikes right now. And fine, that's all part of the competition. It's good for us, the consumers. What I have to say though is what Harley is doing with this release, as a Harley-Davidson owner, as somebody who wants to see the motor company succeed, the painfully slow development when you're seeing other companies aggressively coming at your market, I don't get it. I mean, I feel like they are capable of more, and they're just being overly cautious to the point of being detrimental. Harley announces this Pan America basically last year. They say it's coming, and you basically get ready. You know, they had a whole bunch of bikes that they were teasing. At this year's dealer show in August, I believe, they had a prototype there. So, you know, yeah, last year people got really excited about this Pan America. An entire year goes by. And then this year at the dealer show, it comes back out, and you're like, oh, I bet you they're going to announce that thing soon. That's going to be really cool. I'm excited about it. So a couple months goes by again, and you see this post put on Harley-Davidson's Instagram. This was yesterday, I believe. So, yeah, yesterday. Stay tuned, November 5th. November 5th is today. So I saw this yesterday, and I was like, you know what? That's awesome. Harley-Davidson is going to come off the heels of that announcement of the Challenger last week. They're going to come out, 2 new bikes. You know, this can be something that's going to help get the conversation away from the Challenger. Around lunchtime today, I'm like, oh yeah, what's going on with that Pan America? I look it up. Oh, there's motor specs. So they just told us about the Revolution Max. Cool. I wanted to know what that motor was all about. No information on any weight on these bikes. No information on specs on these bikes. No, hey, you can order these things next week. Nothing. Just the motor. Okay. Until you start seeing that these bikes are, you know, they're coming late next year. The Street Fighter not till 2021, I believe. But regardless, if you look at how Indian handled their release of the Challenger, so much more hype and control, and certainly not long and drawn out. Indian Challenger, July 30th, 2019. There's a leak from the dealer show. Basically gives you a little bit of a sneak peek of what the Challenger is. So in July of this year, you go, oh, wow, I've kind of heard that there were some talks about it. Never saw anything. Here comes July. There's something coming. So now October 22nd, here Indian is with the specs on their new Power Plus V-Twin. Cool. So this bike is probably coming sometime soon. This, again, October 22nd. Here is a post on Indian's Instagram on October 28th, basically last week. So that's a nice teaser. There's the name of the bike. 10/29, stay tuned. 10/29, it's released. Here's the media. They're riding the bike. They're talking about it. So 91 days. That is how you control hype. You pack it into a short period of time. You release a product. You basically drop the mic, walk away, and now let your sales speak for themselves. That's awesome. Nobody loses interest really over that course in 91 days. I don't see how you could do it any better than what Indian did. So Harley, so here we are 463 days after the initial announcement. If this is going to be a late release next year, so assume November, I don't know, that's kind of my guess. 829 days compared to Indian's 90 days. Who's going to get hyped up for something that's been going on for 2 years and 3 months of discussion? The bike's been seen. It's been out there. Nobody can buy it. It's just kind of like, I just don't understand how this development cycle takes so long. I do not get it at all. This is why I say that, yeah, this motor that they're announcing for this Pan America, this Revolution Max, is probably what has to go in the Street Glide, the Road Glide. It's the future. The old guys are going to hate it. They're going to drop in the comments down below all kinds of things about, you don't need the electronics, you don't need liquid cooling, you can say you don't need all this stuff, but motorcycle sales, I personally believe, are dropping and dwindling because people just feel like what the bikes are today. If you want to sell them at $25,000, which I have no problem with, they're technology that's just dated. It's engineering that's dated. If you want to command those prices, you have to do new things. And I firmly believe that. But I don't think people are no longer interested in baggers. I think people just got kind of bored of baggers. I have seen more people talking about the Challenger and the changes in the Challenger and the excitement around that than I have any Harley release in the last couple of years, really. Harley-Davidson, man, I feel like this news is good news. It's slow news. It's not exciting really all that much. Yeah, again, the motor sounds like a big deal. It's taking too long. And I honestly think this road, what the hell do they call this? Harley More Roads to Freedom, whatever the fuck they're calling this thing. So more roads to Harley-Davidson. It's I can't even read this with a straight face. So 829 days is basically what I'm calculating is going to be the release schedule of, like, from the first time they announced this Pan America to when it's probably going to be for sale. And their whole road, like, more roads to Harley-Davidson statement right now, it's a fast-changing world with new consumer demands. Alongside our existing loyal riders, we need to lead the next revolution on two-wheeled freedom to inspire future riders who've yet to even think about the thrill of riding. You're late. Like, this is the first statement of, like, your mission statement of what you're trying to do, and you're not even, like, close to being, like, 90 days compared to 800 some days for a product launch is, you probably should try to do a little better. Keeping riders inspired. I mean, you're having a hard time of even keeping your core customer inspired, let alone unlocking new market opportunities. And on this new market opportunities, I can't pass the last thing that just happened with the Livewire. Blows my mind. I actually gave Harley-Davidson a lot of credit for stopping production of the Livewire. They came out and said there was a non-standard charging condition. We want to get it right. And I didn't like how vague that statement was, but it's corporate responsibility. Anytime a corporation is willing to pump the brakes and take a look at things, I'm on board with that. So they have this huge PR nightmare where there was all these news stories about, the Livewire is dead. People have already been talking that way. So a couple days goes by, and then Harley puts out a new statement saying, it was only one bike. Production's back up again. Don't worry about it. Everything's fine. And how premature was that to stop production when you had one isolated incident on a bike that's selling such small amounts that you could have just put an email out to the people who bought the bike and said, bear with us for 48 hours. Don't charge your bike. We need to look into this situation. And then after that 48 hours, maybe put out a press release that says, we noticed one issue. We were able to shake it out. It was one motorcycle, isolated, no problem. But instead, they allowed the media to run with stories that said, like, Harley stopping production on the Livewire, like, just really, really bad stories that are hard to undo. A lot of people out there today, they'll read one headline, they won't follow up on the story the following week. And as far as they're concerned, I guarantee you there are still people out there on the streets right now that will tell you that the Livewire is dead. They cut production. They're no longer making it. And now Harley has to work on fixing that. And that's not unlocking new market opportunities. That's crushing them yourself before you even got there. And I'm a huge fan of the Livewire. I think it's an awesome bike. Most of my subscribers and commenters 100% disagree with me. That's fine. It's the beauty of independent thought. Time will tell. And, you guys can come back and tell me later that I was wrong. But the way Harley handled It's almost like they tried to kill it themselves. I mean, I could go into for hours on this. It's like, I want to see Harley-Davidson use the resources they have to just do incredible things and be able to do it quicker. Don't release the fact, hey, we have a bike coming out in 3 years from now. Like, this is going to be awesome. It's a great way to lose interest in something that is really actually a big deal. I mean, this Pan America is an enormous deal. It's going to be 800 days into the life cycle, and people are going to be like, oh, yeah, I heard about that. Oh, they're finally selling that thing. What's the price? The only thing people are going to really pay attention to when this bike comes out to now is just the price, because if you announce a bike and only give it like a day or two, and then you announce it, there's all the features, the price is only really one component of that. When people can just start taking these photos you've released, tear them apart for a year, the media is going to start speculating what's on this bike, what's not. That's kind of bad for PR for Harley, because now they have to clean up misinformation that's going to get spread. I mean, it's going to. And people just, I don't know, to me, it's sloppy, and I don't get it. So, yes, I'm excited about this Pan America. When I saw this Instagram post yesterday, I was so excited to see the specs of this bike today. And all I got was, this is what the motor is going to be. And even if they release the specs for this bike tomorrow and say it's not going to be for sale until the end of next year, it's just too long. That's my opinion. So I had to put a video together on this because I know I covered the Indian extensively. It deserved it. And Harley, they absolutely deserve the credit for what they're doing. It's awesome. I'm excited for these motorcycles. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Am I just kind of Debbie Downer on this whole thing? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. So again, if this is your first time tuning in, please hit the subscribe button down below. Remember, likes go a long way to help support the channel, and I'll see you guys next time.